Hey guys, welcome back to Talk Story, the podcast where we do a lot of different things on the show actually. But we're doing something different today. We're here at my house and we created this whole set just for
I love it.
my special guest today, Anela Apple.
Hi.
Thank you, Miss Windward, Hawaii, USA.
Yep.
Yep.
That's me.
So, hi, my name is Gavin. I'm a podcast host, and my podcast is called Talk Story with Gavin Sugai. So, I started off as doing an audio podcast because I used to be an audiovisual technician, so it was very easy for me to just record and then send it up. I started doing the Mauna Kea podcast, and when I did that podcast, I decided to film it. And from then on, I said, okay, I guess I'm gonna film my episodes as well as do the audio as well. So now I post the audio as well as the video all over different platforms. So it's a challenge because there's a lot more to it, but then it adds a little bit more depth when people see besides that they can listen to the audio, when they see the visual on YouTube, they see different clips and they see where these professionals work at, or they see different environments. They see what they do in the community as well, and I think that's adds another dimension to just any podcast.
Standing in solidarity. I wouldn't call it a protest, but I would say that we're standing in solidarity for our Aina, for our Kupuna, for our Lahui, Hawaii, and to Kako'o, our brothers and sisters who are up at Mauna Kea on the front line and who are standing for our Kupuna, for our Mauna, but more so for what is Pono, and what Governor Ige has proclaimed as a state of emergency, we do not agree with.
People think, and I get this question all the time, where they go like, "Oh, do you and Kelsey butt heads with any videos and stuff?" And honestly, no. We work really well together, and usually, if she has a good idea, when she wants to put in transitions or she wants to put in something that she thinks it's gonna make the video even better, I just let her do it because I trust her creativity and she knows my vision. And I think that's important for any business. If you partner with somebody, it's important to trust who you're with, because if you don't trust the people you work with, then you're always gonna butt heads and you're gonna be like, oh, I don't like it like this, or this doesn't seem right to me. But if you have someone with kind of a similar vision, or they understand what your vision is, and if they have a slightly different vision, but you can kind of correspond with it and see what they're doing, then I think that's it makes a beautiful thing, and it makes better business, and it just makes everything better. Yeah, everybody asks me if I'm making any money from this, and I would love to. I have opportunities to make money from this, but right now I am just building my audience and building connections and being able to get the message out there. Hawaii has so many unique individuals, that business owners, but also talented individuals. And I think that people in the mainland and all over the world don't even know what we even do here in Hawaii. And I think that that is the more important message to get, that we have people that can not just rival, but people that I feel like are better than some singers in the mainland or some dancers in the mainland. And being able to share that exposure with the rest of the world, I think, is more important. So getting paid, that'll come along sometime later or whatever. It'll come by.
My name is Kelsey Sugai. I am the current video editor for Talk Story with Gavin Sugai podcast. And I'm also full-time wifey. So I am the video editor. So like what I'm doing now is I'm plugging in the footage we just took today with Anela Apo, the Miss Hawaii contestant. So once I plug everything into Final Cut, then I go in there and edit out any mistakes, or if I screw up something on the camera, I have to throw in some B-roll. I line up the audio, make sure everything's synchronized. And then once the video is finished, I also make a trailer for social media, like a brief 30-40 second trailer. And then I also detach the audio, and that will be his audio for his online podcast for just the audio side. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
My name is Anela Poe. I'm 21. I'm a student and also Miss Windward USA 2019, and I just competed at Miss Hawaii USA 2020 2 weeks ago. I think it's a good platform to start with as someone who also works in the Hawaii community as well. And he seems like a really nice guy, and I just wanted to get to know him, and he seemed really funny and down to earth, and yeah, that's really why I wanted to work with him and be on his podcast. Yeah. My followers and definitely the people that watch my stories increased, and I think more Hawaii entrepreneurs, I engage with them a lot more after the podcast. I noticed that quite a few businesses and other people who have podcasts commented on mine, on his profile, and from there I kind of started interacting with them, and yeah, it did really grow, and so I'm thankful for him for helping me out with that.
I asked the same question to all my podcast guests. What do you want to get out of delivering, or what do you want to get out of this podcast? And a lot of them say, follow your dreams, the whole cliche-ish things. And it's very true. You follow your dreams, you pursue your passions. And I think that if you're doing something that's meaningful to you, then no matter how burnt out you are, you're going to want to continue it, and you're going to want to keep building it. And if you're at that point where you're just kind of like, I'm not seeing results, or I'm not really getting somewhere, then you just have to push even more, or you have to switch it up. You have to be strategic in whatever you're building, or if you're a filmmaker, and you're not enjoying the types of films that you're making, do something else. Change it up. Change up the content that you're doing. And for me, in my podcast, I'm always evolving it. So I'm always changing it. I'm always doing something different. And it's, for me, I get nervous with every single episode that I do. I get super nervous. And it's probably why I get start turning red, or I start stumbling on my words. But I keep it fresh because people like fresh content, and it's fun for me. And if it's fun for you, then just keep pushing at it. And if it doesn't become fun for you, then make it fun for you, right? Because when you do something that you enjoy doing, like I said, you're just going to want to keep doing it, and you're going to want to keep pushing at it. You can email me at talkstory4@gmail.com. That's talkstory, all one word, 4@gmail.com. Or if you want to hit me up on Instagram, it's just Talkstory Podcast, all one word, no capitals or anything. I don't even think you can do capitals on IG. What else? If you want to check out my stuff on YouTube, you can just go Talk Story with Gavin Sugai. And that's Gavin with an E, so Gaven. I know a lot of people spell it with an I, but it's Gavin Sugai, like that. And you can find me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. But yeah, hit me up. I'm always open to questions, and I'm always open to, I'm really responsive. If you DM me on IG, I always get back to people. And you can ask anybody that. I always get back to them. No matter how busy I am, I always find time.